Welcome to the 1999 base set, Fossil Release Tournament. 89 decks, 4 sets legal. This is the deepest field we have ever seen.
89! Chris, that is an absurd number of decks. We are going to be here all day, and I could not be happier about it.
The format is unlimited. Base set, jungle, fossil, and base set promos all legal. That opens up a massive card pool.
And the card that's been terrorizing this format? Scyther! 70 HP, free retreat, colorless attacks. That bug is everywhere.
Scyther leads all Pokemon with a 72.6% adjusted win rate across 7 decks. Buzz is close behind at 69.6%.
But here's the spicy one. Wigglytuff, 89% win rate in one deck. Do the wave is the real deal, folks.
That's the net deck running Jigglypuff into Wigglytuff with a full bench. Do the wave hits for 60 with 5 benched Pokemon.
60 damage every turn for just 3 colorless energy, and they run DCE. That is disgusting in the best possible way.
We also have 4 named players in this field. Let me introduce them. Red, the methodical control player, brought his signature Blastoise build with RT, Kuno, and Lapras support.
Red is always so calm. Even when he's losing, he looks like he planned it. Drives me crazy.
Koda Silkweaver is our grass specialist, mid-range style, built around but you are free.
I'm calling it now. Koda is my dark horse. Something about that, but her free line just feels right this tournament.
Bold pick. Grass historically struggles against fire, and there are 7 fire-type decks in this field.
Did I stutter? Chris? Dark. Horse. Write it down.
Terra is our adaptive player, EV-based with evolution flexibility.
Terra brought a Magmar stall build this time. Pivoted away from the evolution spread. Interesting adaptation.
And Buzz Shockerfield rounds out our characters. Pure aggro personality, always on lightning.
Buzz lives and dies by Buzz. I respect the commitment. One type, no backup plan, that takes guts.
Looking at the archetype breakdown, we have aggro, control, stall, balanced, and turbo builds all well represented.
The key matchup to watch is Fighting versus Lightning. Fighting has an 83% win rate against Lightning decks.
Hitmonchan leads with 982 total KOs and a 67.3% win rate. That jab attack is relentless.
But the most lethal attack in the tournament? Buzz Thunder Punch. 1,300 KOs. 1,300.
Gust of Wind is the most played trainer at over 10,000 plays. The ability to drag out a target is king.
89 decks, 4 named players, 1 champion. Let's get into the round robin.
The round robin is complete. 88 rounds. Let's break down the standings.
Do the wave at number 1. 79 wins, 9 losses. That Wigglytuff deck is a machine.
They won 137 games by clearing the board entirely. Only 20 wins came from prize cards. That is dominant aggression.
When you're wiping the board that often, your opponent never even gets to play the game. Terrifying.
Second and third are separated by tiebreaker. Reinachtel Sudi, Scyther Control, and Haymaker both at 78-10.
Haymaker at 78-10. The classic Hitmonchan Buzz build still has it. You love to see it.
Scyther Control is interesting. They won 10 games by deck out. That is a control deck through and through.
Now here is what I want to talk about. Koda Silkweaver, 4th place, 77-11.
Koda's deck had 556 total KOs with only 215 KOs taken. That is a remarkable KO differential.
I told you! Dark Horse! Koda is the real deal! That butter free line is doing work!
Ken, you said that before a single game was played. Let's not crown anyone yet.
I am taking a victory lap, and you cannot stop me!
Red squeaked into the top 8 at 8th place. 63 wins, 25 losses.
Red always plays it slow and methodical. Sometimes that costs you games in a big round robin, but he made it.
Unfortunately, Terra finished 11th at 62-26, just 3 wins short of the top 8.
The Magmar stall pivot did not work out for Terra. I think the evolution builds suit the adaptive style better.
And Buzz Shockerfield lands at 23rd with 53-35. A disappointing result for our aggro specialist.
Buzz, buddy, I believed in you. Buzz stall. Buzz Shockerfield running a stall deck. Something went wrong in deck selection.
The irony is, Buzz as a card has the 2nd highest win rate in the tournament, just not in that shell.
Pour one out for Buzz, an aggro player trapped in a stall deck. A tragedy in 60 cards.
At the bottom, Shelter Stall finishes dead, last at 880. Auber Turbo at 1474.
Shell Dare Stall, 8 wins. I have seen better records from decks shuffled by accident.
The type matchup data is telling. Lightning crushes water at 83%. Fighting dominates lightning at 84%.
And fire absolutely torches grass at 78%. The triangle is alive and well in this format.
With the round robin complete, let's look at the bracket. The top 8 bracket is set. Let's reveal the matchups.
Here we go. This is what I have been waiting for all tournament.
Quarterfinal 1. The number 1 seed. Do the Wave takes on the 8 seed Red.
Oh no! Red draws the top seed! That Wiggly Tough deck ate everything alive in round robin.
Red actually lost to Do the Wave in round robin. The Blastoise build struggles against that kind of speed.
Red is going to need Rain Dance online by turn 2, or this is going to be ugly, and I say that with love.
Quarterfinal 2. Koda Silkweaver as the 4 seed faces 5 seed Water Blast.
Koda, my dark horse! Grass against water! Type advantage! This is Koda's match to lose.
Grass has a 58% win rate against water in this tournament. Not as lopsided as you might think.
Chris, I refuse to hear negative statistics about Koda right now. Let me have this.
Quarterfinal 3. 2nd seed Scyther Control versus 7th seed Zap.
Scyther Control already beat Zap in round robin. I think this is a comfortable 2-0 for the Scyther deck.
I agree. Scyther Control's Clefairy E-Doll strategy gives it tools most decks simply cannot answer.
Clefairy E-Doll is secretly one of the best cards in this tournament. No weakness, no retreat cost, eats attacks.
And quarterfinal 4. 3rd seed Haymaker against 6th seed Hitmonchan Balanced.
Haymaker versus Hitmonchan Balanced. That is a mirror match. Both decks built around Hitmonchan.
Not quite a mirror. Haymaker is pure aggro with Electabuzz. Hitmonchan Balanced has a more defensive toolkit.
Here is my bracket prediction. Finals, Koda Silkweaver versus Scyther Control. Koda wins it all.
That is certainly a prediction, Ken. The data says Do the Wave is the clear favorite here.
Data said the Titanic was unsinkable, Chris. And yet,
I am going to pretend you did not just compare a card game tournament to a maritime disaster.
all I am saying is that Koda has the heart and the butt-free. Let's get to the matches.
Our first quarterfinal, top seed Do the Wave against 8th seeded Red.
The Juggernaut versus the Strategist. I genuinely feel bad for Red here.
Do the Wave went 79 or 9 in round robin. Wiggly Tough combined with Scyther and Electabuzz. Pure efficiency.
They run Scyther and Electabuzz as backup attackers. You cannot just focus on the Wiggly Tough line.
Red's Blastoise build needs time to set up. Articuno, Lapras, the whole Rain Dance engine.
That's the thing about Red. He's always so patient, but patience does not work against 60 damage a turn.
Red lost to Do the Wave in round robin. The matchup data does not favor the control approach here.
If Red can get Blastoise online with Rain Dance, he has a chance. Hydro Pump hits for 60 plus with enough energy.
Red's win conditions were 26 prizes, 104 no Pokemon, and 4 deckouts. He usually wins by clearing the board too.
Water is weak to lightning and Do the Wave runs Electabuzz. That is a problem for every Pokemon Red has.
I expect a quick series here. Do the Wave in 2 games.
I want to believe in Red, but Chris, I think you are right. This one could be over fast.
Red will stay calm regardless. That is what control players do.
Calm all the way to the exit. Poor Red. Let's see if he can prove us wrong.
Game 2, do the wave up 1-0 after dominating Game 1 in 32 turns. Red took 2 mulligans to start. Not ideal.
2 mulligans! Red-handed do the wave free cards before the game even started. That is a death sentence against this deck.
Red opens with computer search and Clefairy E-Doll, trying to stall while finding Blastoise pieces.
Scyther Slash from Do the Wave, not even bothering with the wiggly tough line, just raw Scyther damage.
Red plays Imposter Professor Oak. Forces Do the Wave to shuffle and redraw, a desperate disruption attempt.
First Articuno down. Scyther Slash finishes it off. Red loses his lead attacker on turn 6.
Do the Wave takes the first prize. They follow up with Bill and energy removal to strip Red's resources.
Do the Wave plays Item Finder, recycling trainers to keep the pressure rolling. Efficiency at its finest.
Turn 10 is massive. Gust of Wind, Professor Oak, Computer Search, and Plus Power. 4 trainers in 1 turn.
That is a 4-card combo turn. Gust pulls the second Articuno active. Plus Power boosts the damage. Surgical.
Red's Lap Wrist fires back with Water Gun. Brave effort, but the damage math is not close. Shakti ao dwatsacentiu.
Second Articuno down. And do the Wave Chain's energy removal. Professor Oak Plus Power Gust of Wind in last.
That is 7 trainer cards in 1 turn on the KO turn. Red's hand is empty from last. Absolute devastation.
Lapras is Red's last Pokemon. Water Gun connects, but it is too little, too late.
Scyther Slash, again, consistent, relentless. Lapras cannot survive another hit.
Scyther Slash for the win! Lapras falls! Red has nothing left on the board!
Do the Wave advances with a convincing 2-0 sweep over Red.
Red got absolutely demolished! I said I felt bad, and I was right to feel bad!
Red never established Blastoise in either game. Without Rain Dance, his deck simply cannot function.
Red stayed calm through the whole thing! I could see him calculating the odds even as RT Kuno went down!
Classic Red, even in defeat, completely composed. The control player personality to the very end.
But composure does not win games when your opponent is hitting for 60 every turn. Do the Wave is scary.
The bracket updates with Do the Wave moving to the semifinals. They will face the winner of Koda versus Water Blast.
Koda versus Do the Wave in the semis? Oh no. My dark horse pick is heading straight into a buzzsaw.
One match at a time, Ken. Koda has to beat Water Blast first.
Details, Chris, details!
Quarterfinal 2. 4th seed Koda Silkweaver against 5th seed Water Blast.
Koda, my dark horse. Grass versus water. This is what I was born for.
Koda's Butterfree build had the best KO differential in the top 8. 556 KOs taken versus only 215 given up.
That means Koda's deck takes 2 KOs for everyone it gives up. That is elite.
Water Blast relies on the Blastoise Rain Dance engine to accelerate water energy, Lapras and RT Kuno as heavy hitters.
But all of those Pokemon are water type, and Koda is running grass. Type advantage says hello.
Koda beat Water Blast in round robin. Grass has a 58% win rate versus water in this field.
If I am Koda, I am targeting Squirtle before it can evolve. Stop Rain Dance before it starts.
Good strategy. Gust of Wind to pull Squirtle active, then KO it with grass weakness damage.
Koda in 3. No. Koda in 2. Actually, let me think about this.
Take your time, Ken. The prediction is not binding.
Koda in 2. Final answer. The But You're Free line is going to eat Water Blast alive.
Game 3, the decider. Koda took game 1 in 30 turns. Water Blast fired back with a blowout game 2 in just 7 turns.
7-turn blowout in game 2, but Koda is not rattled. Mid-range players adapt, and Pinsir is waiting.
Pinsir opens with Iron Grip. Coin flip tails. No paralysis, but the damage is landing.
Water Blast evolves Pole E Wag into Pole E Whirl. The only evolution they manage all game. Too slow.
Pinsir Iron Grip. Heads this time. Rhyhorn goes down. First KO to Koda on turn 5.
First blood! Pinsir is on a mission! That Iron Grip coin flip heads was huge!
Seal hits back with Headbutt. Water Blast's only meaningful offensive play the entire game.
Pinsir switches to Guillotine. 50 damage. No coin flip needed. Just raw power.
Pinsir Guillotine drops the first EV. Second KO. Koda is running through Water Blast bench.
2 KOs and counting. Pinsir is doing all the work, but free is not even needed.
Third KO. Second EV falls to Guillotine. Water Blast is losing Pokemon faster than they can bench them.
3 KOs by Pinsir alone. The bug is on a rampage. Water types are getting crushed.
Iron Grip with heads takes out Seal. Fourth KO. Koda needs just 2 more prizes.
Koda plays Gust of Wind to pull Pole E Wag to the active spot, setting up the kill shot.
Iron Grip finishes Poliwag. 5th KO, 1 prize remaining.
5 KOs, all Pinsir. Gust of Wind into Iron Grip is just unfair against water types.
Koda Silkweaver advances 2-1 after a dominant Game 3 performance.
I am beside myself. Koda went down in Game 2 and came back swinging. That is what a dark horse does.
Pinsir was the star, 6 KOs with Iron Grip and Guillotine, but free was not even needed.
Pinsir carried the entire game 3, Guillotine for 50, and Iron Grip with Paralysis. 1 Pokemon, 6 KOs.
Koda now faces Do the Wave in the semifinals. That is a very different matchup.
Do the Wave. Right. Wigglytuff. Colorless attacks. No type weakness to exploit.
Exactly. The grass advantage disappears against colorless. Koda will need a different approach.
My Dark Horse versus the top seed. I am not worried at all. I am lying. I am very worried.
Quarterfinal 3. 2nd seed Scyther Control against 7th seed Zap.
Scyther Control is the other 78-10 deck, quietly dominant throughout the round robin.
This deck runs Scyther with Clayfair Idol and a heavy trainer suite. Toisier Sir Boulder Stas. The Tamazes Kitabos Chal Ladders.
Clayfair Idol has a 68.8% win rate. That card absorbs attacks while Scyther builds advantage. Disgusting strategy.
Zap is the Lightning Net deck. Yatili Kinowacha Sinikin Seance. Dindi Lindo Pikachu, Raichu, Magnuton. Pure electric aggression.
Zap beat Do the Wave in round robin though. Lightning has game against anyone.
But Scyther Control already beat Zap in round robin. Scyther resists nothing relevant, but the dolls waste attacks.
If I am Zap, I need to power through those Clayfair Idols fast and target Scyther directly.
Scyther Control won 10 games by deck out in round robin. They can win by simply outlasting you.
Winning by making your opponent run out of cards. That is the most boring and effective strategy in the game.
I see this as Scyther Control 2 Neo. The control tools are just too deep for Zap to handle.
Agreed for once. Zap has the power but not the patience for this matchup.
Game 2, Scyther control up 1-0 after a marathon 51 turn game 1. Looking to close it out here.
51 turns in game 1. Scyther control ground. Zap into dust. Can zap. Find a faster path.
Scyther control plays Professor Oak into Energy Search, setting up the grass line while Weepin' Bell hits the board.
Zap! Fires back with their own Professor Oak and Gust of Wind to pull Weepin' Bell active, targeting the evolution.
Weepin' Bell's Poison Powder takes out Voltorb. First KO to Scyther control. Poison damage is sneaky effective.
Zap! Answers! Buzz Thunder Punch! Coin Tails 430! KO's Scyther! We have a fight!
Buzz, Thunder Shock paralyzes. Weepin' Bell, status condition swinging the tempo towards Zap.
Buzz Thunder Punch with plus power takes down Weepin' Bell. That is a 40 damage plus power finisher.
See there slash KO's Buzz. Scyther control clawing back. The slash machine is online.
Another Electo Buzz falls to Scyther Slash. Scyther Control is systematically removing the lightning threats.
Magneton goes down to Scyther Slash. 3 straight Scyther KOs. The board is clearing out.
Scyther Control evolving Sand Shrew into Sand Slash, building bench depth while Scyther does the heavy lifting.
Scyther Slash takes out Raichu. 5th KO. 1 more prize for Scyther Control.
Zapdos Thunderbolt for 100 damage. Scyther is annihilated. Zap's last stand is spectacular.
Thunderbolt for 100. The biggest single attack in the bracket so far, but it costs all of Zapdos' energy.
Scyther Control evolves Kukuna into Beedrill on the bench. A new Scyther takes the active spot.
Scyther slash finishes Zapdos. All prizes taken. Scyther control closes at 2-0 in 38 turns. Scyther control advances with a clean 2-0 sweep over Zap.
2 games, 51 turns, and 38 turns. Scyther control does not just beat you. It makes you watch yourself lose slowly.
The Clefairy Eat-All strategy combined with energy removal is devastating. Zap. Never found consistent damage.
Scyther gets slash KOs while the dolls absorb hits. It is like fighting a wall with a sword behind it.
Scyther control moves to the semifinals to face the winner of Haymaker versus Hitmonchan Balanced.
Now that is a semi-final I want to see. Scyther control against either fighting deck. Very different from what we just watched.
Our final quarterfinal, 3rd seed Haymaker against 6th seed Hitmonchan Balanced.
Hitmonchan versus Hitmonchan. It is the Spider-Man pointing at Spider-Man meme, but with boxing gloves.
Haymaker went 78-10 with 631 total KOs and only 116 KOs taken. That is the best KO ratio in the field.
Haymaker also lost to Hitmonchan Balanced in round robin. Let that sink in.
Interesting. Hitmonchan Balanced has a balanced toolkit that includes 29 wins by deck out. That is unusual.
29 deck out wins for a balanced deck? That is not balanced, Chris. That is sneaky control disguised as balanced.
Hitmonchan Balanced has more versatile win conditions. Haymaker wins almost exclusively through board wipes.
Okay, here's my call. Haymaker in 2. The raw aggression is too much. That round robin loss was a fluke.
The data suggests a closer series. Hitmonchan Balanced's defensive tools could extend games past Haymaker's comfort zone.
Nah, Haymaker's the 3rd seed for a reason. Quick series.
We will see. This could be the most competitive quarterfinal.
It is a punching contest. The better puncher wins, and Haymaker punches harder.
Game 3, the decider. Hitmonchan Balanced won a gritty 49-turn Game 1. Haymaker obliterated Game 2 in 3 turns.
3 turns! Haymaker had a 3-turn win, and now it is a deciding Game 3! This is madness!
Hitmonchan Balanced opens with Gambler. High risk, high reward. They are swinging for the fences.
Haymaker uses computer search for Gust of Wind! Already looking for the quick knockout setup.
Hitmonchan Balanced responds with energy removal and Professor Oak, disrupting while refilling. Smart sequence.
Haymaker plays energy removal and item finder, both sides stripping resources. This is a trainer war.
Super energy removal from Hitmonchan Balanced. They are denying Haymaker the energy to attack effectively.
Electabuzz! Thundershock paralyzes! Hitmonchan! Hits on the coin flip! Haymaker has a window!
Paralysis wears off. Thundershock flips tails this time. Only 10 damage. The window closes.
Haymaker plays computer search and last, emptying Hitmonchan Balanced hand. Desperate disruption.
Hitmonchan Jab for 40. Super effective against Electabuzz. First Koto Hitmonchan balanced.
Fighting beats lightning. Hitmonchan punches Electu. Buzz into the discard pile. The type advantage is brutal.
Hitmonchan balanced plays energy removal to keep Haymaker starved. Resource denial is winning this game.
Hitmonchan Jab for 20 finishes off Haymakers. Hitmonchan! Mirror match KO! 2 down, 1 to go.
Haymaker's last Pokemon is Electabuzz. 1 more KO, and the upset is complete. Hitmonchan Balance pulls the upset, defeating third-seeded Haymaker 2-1.
I am stunned. Haymaker had a 3-turn win in Game 2 and still lost the series. How does that happen?
That is the beauty of best of 3. One blowout does not define a series. Hitmonchan Balanced adapted.
Ken predicted Haymaker in 2. Ken was wrong. Again. Chris is definitely doing math about my prediction rate.
You are now 1 for 4 on bracket predictions, Ken. For the record.
Look, the 3-turn blowout threw me off. Who sees a 3-turn win and thinks that team is gonna lose?
Hitmonchan Balance now faces Scyther Control in the semifinals. That deck-out capability could be a factor.
2 control-leaning decks in the semis. This is gonna be a slow, painful grind. I cannot wait.
The semifinal matchups are set. Do the Wave versus Koda, Scyther Control versus Hitmonchan Balanced.
My dark horse Koda against the Juggernaut, and the grinding machine against the upset kid. Let's go!
Semifinal 1, top seed Do the Wave versus 4th seed Koda Silkweaver.
This is it! My dark horse versus the number 1 seed. I am going to need blood pressure medication.
Do the Wave swept red in the quarters. They look unstoppable right now.
But Koda beat Water Blast despite going down a game. Resilience, heart, but free.
The problem for Koda is that Do the Wave's attackers are colorless. No grass weakness to exploit.
Yeah, I thought about that. Koda's entire game plan against Water Blast was type advantage. That is gone now.
Do the Wave beat Koda in the round robin. Wigglytuff's Do the Wave attack does not care about grass resistance. He's instead chatter needer these.
Chris, do not ruin this for me. Let me believe.
I believe in presenting accurate data. Do the Wave 2-0.
Koda in 3, upset special. The dark horse does not die in the semis. Right? Right?
Game 2. Do the Wave 1 Game 1 in 37 turns taking all prizes. Koda needs this to force a decider.
Come on, Koda! Game 1 was tough, but the butt or free line can still find an opening.
Do the Wave, filling the bench immediately. Every bench Pokemon adds 10 damage to the signature attack.
Koda deploying grass attackers, but without type advantage, the damage math is not in Koda's favor.
First KO to do the wave. The bench was full and Wigglytuff hit for 60. Koda's Pokemon just cannot tank that.
No! Koda's setup crumbles immediately! Do the wave is just too fast!
Koda trying to fight back, but the damage output gap is massive. Wigglytuff outpaces everything Koda has.
Second KO! Koda's board is vanishing! The dark horse is fading!
Third KO. Do the wave is systematically eliminating Koda's Pokemon one by one.
I cannot watch this! My dark horse is being trampled by a very large, very pink Wigglytuff!
Fourth KO. Koda's bench is nearly empty. This match is slipping away.
Fifth KO! Koda has one Pokemon left. This is the end of the road.
And that is the last Pokemon. No Pokemon remaining. Do the wave sweeps Koda 2-0. Do the wave advances to the championship with a 2-0 sweep over Koda Silkweaver.
Koda buddy! You made the semis. 4th seed, you beat Water Blast in a deciding game 3. Hold your head high.
Without type advantage, Koda's grass build simply could not match Wigglytuff's damage output.
The Dark Horse finished in the Final 4. Not the ending I wanted, but what a run!
Do the Wave has now gone 4-0 in bracket games. They have not dropped a single game in the playoffs.
4 wins, 0 losses in the bracket. That is genuinely terrifying.
They will face either Scyther Control or Hitmonchan Balanced in the final. Let's see who it is.
My bracket prediction of Koda in the finals is officially dead, along with my credibility.
Semifinal 2, E's 2nd seed Scyther Control against 6th seed Hitmonchan Balanced, the upset specialist.
Hitmonchan Balanced took down Haymaker. Can the Cinderella story continue against the grinding machine?
Scyther Control runs that Clefairy E-Doll and Energy Removal Toolkit. Very difficult for fighting decks.
But fighting resists nothing relevant here, and Hitmonchan Balanced already beat Scyther Control in round robin.
That is true. The head-to-head favors Hitmonchan Balanced. This could be a genuine toss-up.
My new bracket pick since Koda is out, Hitmonchan Balanced wins it all. I am doubling down on the upset.
Ken, you have been wrong on every prediction today. Are you sure you want to do this?
Eventually I will be right, and it will be glorious. Hitmonchan Balanced in 3.
Hitmonchan Balanced's 29. Deck out wins suggest they can play the long game. That is Scyther Control's territory.
2 decks that can win by deck out facing each other. This is going to be a war of attrition.
I will take Scyther Control 2-1. They have the more refined control package.
Disagree, but let's watch it play out.
Game 3, the decider. Scyther Control took Game 1 in 37 turns. Hitmonchan Balanced won a 66-turn marathon game 2 by deck out.
66 turns! Game 2 went to deck out! Hitmonchan Balance literally made Scyther Control run out of cards!
That Game 2 was something special. The control deck got out-controlled. Now everything resets for Game 3.
Scyther Control has to be rattled after that deck out loss. Getting beaten at your own game hurts.
Scyther Control comes out aggressive in Game 3, not playing the long game this time.
Scyther slash connects. Scyther Control is not sitting back. They learned from Game 2.
Early KO for Scyther Control. They shifted to a faster game plan after that deck out loss.
First blood to Scyther Control. A completely different tempo than that marathon game 2.
Second KO already. Scyther Control is playing pure aggro now. Hitmonchan Balanced is reeling.
Hitmonchan Balance trying to stabilize, but Scyther Control is relentless. Where was this energy in Game 2?
Third KO. Scyther Control is clearing the board at breakneck speed. Hitmonchan Balanced cannot set up.
Four KOs in 12 turns. The control deck switched to aggro mode, and it is working.
Hitmonchan Balanced down to its last Pokemon. Scyther Control is 1 KO away from the championship match. Scyther Control advances to the final with a 2-1 series win over Hitmonchan Balanced.
That was the most insane semifinal I have ever seen. 66 turns, then 15. Pick a tempo.
Scyther Control showed incredible adaptability. After getting deck outed in Game 2, they abandoned the control plan entirely.
They basically said, "Wayandi." You want to play the long game? Fine, we will just kill everything fast instead.
Hitmonchan Balanced had a tremendous run. Beat Haymaker, pushed Scyther Control to 3 games.
The 6th seed making the semis and winning a game by deck out against a control deck. Respect. Massive respect.
The championship is set. Do the Wave versus Scyther Control. 1 seed versus 2 seed.
The unstoppable force versus the immovable object. Wigglytuff aggro against Scyther Control. This is it.
Do the Wave is 4-0 in bracket games. Scyther Control is 4-1. Something has to give.
Ken's prediction record is 1 for 6. But this time I will get it right.
The championship match. Number 1 seed, Do the Wave versus number 2 seed, Scyther Control.
This is it, folks. The biggest match in tournament history. 89 decks. It comes down to these two.
Do the Wave has been perfect in the bracket. 4 wins, 0 losses. They swept Red and Koda without dropping a game.
Wigglytuff hits for 60 every turn with a full bench. That is a clock that never stops ticking.
Scyther Control lost a game to Hitmonchan Balanced, but showed they can adapt. The deck out strategy is always lurking.
Scyther Control won by deck out twice in the bracket semis. That is how they want to win.
The round robin head-to-head went to Scyther Control. They beat Do the Wave when they met.
Wait, Scyther Control beat the number 1 seed in round robin? How did I miss that?
You were busy picking dark horses, Ken. The data has been there all along.
Okay, final prediction. I am going with Scyther Control. The head-to-head data convinced me.
I also lean Scyther Control, but this will be close. Zadjura Deniz War Gensaturalice. Do the Wave's speed could overwhelm the control plan.
For once, we agree, which means we are probably both wrong.
The key question is whether Scyther Control can survive the early onslaught long enough to establish control.
Energy removal and Clefairy Edol are the weapons. If they can stall the Do the Wave setup, they win.
But Do the Wave only needs colorless energy. Energy removal is less effective against double colorless.
Every match this tournament has taught me something new, and what I have learned is that I am terrible at predictions.
Let's crown a champion. Championship Game 3. Do the Wave won Game 1 in 28 turns. Scyther Control fought back with a deck out in 54 turns.
One game, one championship. Do the Wave want speed? Scyther Control wants to grind. Who imposes their game plan?
Do the Wave opens with Scyther Swords Dance, building damage for the big slash turn.
Scyther Control evolves Sand Shrew into Sand Slash, building the bench while the active trades blows.
Do the Wave Scyther KOs Scyther controls Scyther with Slash. The Mirror Scyther matchup goes to the aggro deck.
First KO to do the Wave. Scyther on Scyther violence. The number 1 seed draws first blood.
Do the Wave KOs Sand Shrew. 2 prizes in the first 8 turns. They are replicating Game 1's tempo.
2-0 on prizes. Do the Wave is rolling. Scyther Control needs to stabilize right now.
Electo Buzz Thunder Punch KOs. Weedle. 3 prizes to do the Wave. Scyther Control's evolution lines are dying on the vine.
Weedle goes down before it can become Beedrill. That is the evolution line snuffed out.
Elect to Buzz. Thunder Punch takes out Bellsprout. 4 prizes to do the wave. This looks like a blowout.
4 prizes in 16 turns! Do the wave needs just 2 more! Is this championship over already?
But wait, Scyther control evolves into Wigglytuff. Lullaby puts the active to sleep. The tempo shifts.
Wigglytuff from Scyther Control? They have their own Wigglytuff, and Lullaby is putting Do the Wave to sleep.
Scyther Control gets Beedrill evolved on the bench. The control tools are finally coming online.
Do the Wave still has the prize lead but cannot push through? Sleep Lock and status conditions are stalling them.
Scyther KOs Sandshrew for Do the Wave's 5th prize, but the pace has crawled compared to the early game.
5 prizes too? I do not even know how many for Scyther control. The game has shifted completely.
Both players cycling Professor Oak and Item Finder, 4+ Oaks each. The decks are getting thin.
Thundershock paralyzes Wigglytuff, but Scyther control has been managing resources. Do the Wave has not.
Scyther control plays energy removal, still denying resources even this deep into the game.
We are at turn 40 in a championship game. Do the Wave still needs 1 prize, but the deck is vanishing.
Do the Wave burning through cards with every draw, every bill, every Professor Oak. Each one brings deck out closer.
Do the Wave cannot find that last knockout. Scyther Control's board has just enough Pokemon to survive.
Single digits in Do the Wave's deck. Scyther control has managed this resource war to perfection.
They were UP4 prizes to 0, and now they are about to lose by deck out. This is the greatest comeback I have ever seen.
Scyther Control is your 1999 base set, Fossil Release Champion, defeating Do the Wave 2-1.
They did it! The control deck wins the whole thing, and they did it by deck out in 2 of their 3 final games.
Scyther Control lost Game 1 28 turns, then won Game 2 by deck out in 54 turns, and Game 3 in 49 turns.
Do the Wave scored 28 turns to win a game. Scyther Control scored 103 combined turns to win 2. The math is insane.
This is a masterclass in control strategy. You do not need to win fast, you just need to win last.
Klee, Fair, E-Doll, Energy Removal, Scyther. That is all you need to win a championship, apparently.
Scyther finishes the tournament as the highest win rate Pokemon at 72.6% and the second most lethal attacker.
Scyther is the MVP of this tournament. Free retreat, colorless attacks, 70 HP. That card does everything.
Let's recap the bracket. Do the Wave swept Red and Koda. Scyther Control swept Zap and edged Hitmonchan balanced.
The upset of the tournament was Hitmonchan balanced over Haymaker. That 3-turn game 2 will live in my nightmares.
Red fell in the quarterfinals but showed the composure we expect. Koda made the semis as Ken's dark horse pick.
Koda made the final 4. Not bad for a dark horse. Though I said Koda would win the whole thing, so partial credit?
No partial credit in tournaments, Ken, but Koda's run was impressive.
Tara and Buzz watching from the stands. Tara at 11th, Buzz at 23rd. Next tournament, they will be back.
For the record, Ken went 2 for 8 on bracket predictions. He correctly called the Koda quarterfinal and the champion.
2 for 8, and one of those was the champion. That is basically the same as going 8 for 8.
It is absolutely not the same, Ken.
I predicted the champion, and that is all that matters. Selective memory is a beautiful thing.
89 decks entered, 1 champion remains. Scyther Control, built on patience, control, and Scyther Slash.
What a tournament, what a final, what a champion! Until next time, folks, this has been the Fossil Release.
For Ken and myself, thank you for watching. See you at the next tournament.
And remember, when in doubt, play the long game. Scyther Control just proved it.